here, man.
It's very fitting that this might be this is Independence Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
Because the person who might have some independence some freedom might be Diddy.
Can you still bump the music? Are you still allowed?
We got to get into that, Joe. Lots to get into today.
And don't be slandering
None
my
of
boy
it's sports
Biggie,
related,
man.
by the way. Huh?
Oh, don't be slandering my boy Biggie. We can still play Biggie if Sean Combs was still part of that, man.
No, dude.
No,
I'm sorry.
You can, man. Yeah, no. I'll play my Biggie, man. I'll still bump Biggie, dude. What about Caitlin Clark? They're over here celebrating like they won the freaking championship, dude.
I know. Is that their version of the NBA Cup or whatever they call that crap?
Yeah, the champ. Was it the Commissioner's Cup or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's dumb.
9th best guard. Do you think people are upset because the players said that? Because they're all like, oh, they're just being haters? Or do you think it's actual that somebody who shoots 29% from three and leads the league in turnovers maybe and may not be a top 3 or 5 guard in the league?
Oh, man, he's still with the hate. Look at that. Chris Gonzalez says, Diddy said, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going no way. Bad boy for life. Ooh, the diddler is loose. That's right. And good morning, Sith. Good morning, Tex-Mex, Frank. Jonathan Pettis, Sam Salinas, Chris Gonzalez, Rudy G, and your nephew there. Miguelito, when you're extremely late, that's what we're gonna call you now, Miguelito.
Hey, I wasn't late today.
Oh no.
Welcome to another episode of
Just
the Area
saying.
210 podcast with Mike Jimenez and Joe Garcia. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Join the discussion as we broadcast to you live from beautiful West San Antonio. And remember to tip your hosts as it helps the show grow.
What's up, San Antonio? What's going on, South Texas? This is the Area 210 podcast. My name is Mike Jimenez. That is Joe Garcia. We go for about an hour and a half talking sports, pop culture, and nostalgia. Don't get me wrong. We'll get into Mamu later on. The Spurs saying goodbye to Mamu. Mamu signing a 2-year deal with the Toronto Raptors.
Does he deserve
I
a tribute
joked
video?
yesterday.
No mames, wait.
I joked. Does he deserve a tribute video?
Of course he does.
I'm the guest on today's Locked On Spurs episode with Jeff Garcia, and I brought that up. I was like, does he get a tribute video? And Jeff was like, I'm going to roast you on that. Dude, Spurs fans are so sensitive, man. They get attached to these players at the end of the bench. It's so funny. But we'll get into the Spurs saying bye to Mamu, whether he should get a tribute video. You can vote on it at MJ Acquired Taste. I have a poll. About 2 hours left in that poll. Really, today's show should deal with local news and pop culture.
Bro.
The local news being the founder of Las Palapas, the very popular California Mexican food chain that is in San Antonio, was murdered. And they believe that the suspect is his son's friend, who is from Whittier, California, which is, by the way, where my family's from. But the founder, Edward Ranacosta, stabbed to death in his home in Stone Oak. You don't see a lot of stabbings in Stone Oak that way, Joe.
High-profile murder is what the news is spinning it as.
Yeah, and the suspect was caught in Kimball County, West Texas, heading back to California. So there's the people are trying to figure out what the heck happened here, but we'll get into that. But the breaking news this morning involves P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. Acquitted on most charges. So he was found guilty on trafficking for prostitution, right? Or bringing prostitutes over, things like that, right? But the most serious charges about racketeering, the RICO charges, acquitted, found not guilty. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. It just means that they couldn't prove it 100%, right? So let's not pretend that Diddy didn't do all that stuff, right? O.J. Simpson was found not guilty, for crying out loud, of murdering his wife. It's whether or not you can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. But reports right now from ABC News saying that it's very possible that Diddy could be a free man this weekend. Why? Because he had no criminal history. And he's been behind bars this entire time. It's very possible that it is time served. or it's very possible he's just held there till the end of the year, according to ABC News
What do you
legal
think?
commentators right now.
What do you think's gonna happen to him? So they said allegedly, if he gets convicted or whatever, if he doesn't get, if they don't give him probation, if he goes into prison, they ain't gonna send him to some maximum security prison. He's going to
No.
celebrity prison. It's a resort, bro. And knowing Diddy, he'll spin it as, you know what? Let's see if we can make a reality show out of it.
Well, those resorts are typically for white
Martha
collar
Stewart,
crimes.
man, come on,
It's typically for white collar crimes, but prostitution is not a white collar crime. The RICO charges was not a white collar crime. So I don't know if it's going to be one of these things where he's out. I mean, I don't see him on the side of the road in an orange jumpsuit busting
No,
rocks or anything like
no.
that. But I don't think he's going to be in some minimum security prison.
They're gonna
I
send him home, dude. They're gonna send him home, dude.
The worst case scenario for him is 20 years because the two charges he was found guilty on can be served consecutively, right? Which means one after the other, maximum 10 years. Or there's no minimum requirement there. There's no minimum requirement where it's like, well, he has to serve X number of years. The minimum requirement, Joe, is probation. So now what happens with the sentencing? Do they cut the deal in half and say, okay, he's going to be 10 years? Do they throw the book at him and say 20 years? It's very possible that he goes home.
No, he's gonna go
Time
home, dude.
served.
You already know it.
He has served what, about a year?
Nah, not
It's
even a
very
year, man. Not even a year. He's been there a couple months, bro.
It's very, 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 very possible. Now, here's the thing, Joe. I was talking about this with Chica the other day. All the collateral damage that's there, because it's not just the stink of Diddy, it's everyone he was associated with. And Chica's looking at me going, you can't tell me that Usher didn't know about this or participated. You can't tell me that Ashton Kutcher didn't know. You can't tell me that Jennifer Lopez didn't know about all of this stuff. And dude, what happened to all the bombshells? Like, there was nothing. Like, nothing released that were
They paid him. They
bombshells.
probably paid people to be quiet, man.
Or maybe the prosecution was afraid of being found, accused of going after people and defaming people's celebrity, or whatever the case may be. But the ideas of, it's kind of like the Epstein thing, right? We're not getting anything out of it. The Diddy thing, we didn't get anything out of it. We couldn't even watch the trial. We had to watch these court renderings,
The drawings.
the drawings and stuff like that. I wanted to hear this. I wanted to see this, as opposed to like get these renderings and these reports later on. Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend rather, taking the stand, 8 months pregnant. She has since given birth to another child. He was found guilty of being a douchebag. So let me ask you this. Can we bump Diddy's music?
That's what Elias was asking, because Elias, we have a group chat, and Elias was saying, since he wasn't found guilty on all these accounts, can you still bump Diddy's music? I would say yeah.
Well, what about if it's a music that he has done or music that he is featured on? Because those
Like
are two different
Biggie?
things.
Now, I'm gonna still bump Biggie, dude. I don't give a damn.
Well, I'm on ranker.com right now, and it says here are the most popular songs, the greatest songs that he is featured on, right? The Notorious B.I.G., Mo Money, Mo Problems, right? So you got B.I.G., Biggie's music, right?
Yeah.
Hate Me Now by Nas. I Don't Want to Know by Mario Winans and Enya. Bump 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 by B2K. He was on Nasty Girl with Notorious B.I.G. and Nelly. He was on songs with Faith Evans and DJ Khaled, T-Pain. Will I Am, Scream and Shout, the song that he had with Britney Spears. Tons of songs with Mace, with Fabulous. Buster Rhymes had him on songs. Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, Black Eyed Peas, all featured Sean P. Diddy Combs at one point or another. I have a hard time, dude, listening to his own music, because he had his own albums too, right? But if he's a feature on Biggie's, are we gonna like drop that song? is going to be taken off those jukeboxes, like those electronic jukeboxes or whatever the case may be. Our R&B stations and hip hop stations going to stop playing P Diddy music because they
Look
kind
at
of did that to R. Kelly, didn't they?
yeah, look at Elias. He says all bangers.
He was talented.
Creeping,
What can he say?
creeping by the weekend. Come on.
You got to buy stock in baby oil at this point, right? Because that's going to
Hey,
be back up and running.
what if he
But
comes out with his own brand of baby oil, bro?
can he come out and become a music mogul again? Let's make the
No.
assumption that he comes out, still got Bad Boy Records, right? He still has money. He still has fame. He still has clout. He still has talent. Let's say that he serves 2 years, right? He serves 2 years, comes out. Years 2027, 2028. He comes out. Can he still be a guy that produces music that makes it to the top of the charts?
Yeah, I
Can he
see.
still sign young acts?
We also have somebody's sending us a video here in the media share. So we're gonna share this. They said they have video of Diddy in the courtroom. This is Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth. I said there are so many amendments in the Constitution of the United States of America.
That's Diddy.
Courtesy of Comedy Central, the Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah.
By the way, explain to people how they can be part of the show and send us those links, send us those
Yeah.
videos and articles and things like that.
Yeah, if you want to be part of the show, and you want to go ahead and media share is what we call it, go ahead and text us at 830-391-9164. You can be part of the show. We'll go ahead and show your either video, your links, anything else you want to show us. Could be a picture or something, We'll go ahead and show that as long as it's in the flow of the show, it makes
Yeah.
sense and it's not too raunchy or whatever. We'll put it up, man. So go ahead again. The number is 830-391-9164.
The exact charges of Sean P. Diddy Combs. Again, he was acquitted of the most serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Again, each of those counts has a 10-year sentence maximum. They can run consecutively, so up to 20 years in prison he faces, or as little as time served. We will find out soon enough. But it's funny because people are mentioning on our chat here, what about Chris Brown? Dude, that's another one, man. Chris Brown, that guy is super talented. Some great music coming from Chris Brown.
Yeah, but he liked to beat the hell out of his girls, man.
He has a violence issue in general. It's not just women. He beats the crap out of dudes. He bullies people and things like that. The guy has an issue with anger management, right?
Yeah, that's probably he has it's learned behavior. Something like that happened to him back when he was growing up.
He got kicked out of therapy for anger management. How bad do you have to be with your hostility to go someplace for treatment for violence and get kicked out because why? You're too violent. Chris Brown is one of those guys that I have a hard time listening to. R. Kelly, man, I Believe I Could Fly is such a good song, dude.
So here's the thing. We have to have the Mount Rushmore of, can you still bump these songs? We got to have that, man. And we got to ask the audience the question, can you still play this music? Chris Brown, right? R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Michael Jackson. Yay or nay?
Michael Jackson, never convicted of anything, but he was just a weirdo. It's one of those things where there are people who are like, he was harmless and he never did anything, but really, it was sketch all along, man. It was big time sketch. But then you go back in time to Jerry Lee Lewis. What about Elvis?
Hey, man, Jerry Lee Lewis is what's his name? Cousin of the great Jimmy Swaggart, who just passed away. They were both diddlers. Look at Sam Salinas. He says, "Who's still bumping R. Kelly music? Don't lie."
Dude, you know what? When it comes to his music, R. Kelly, all I've got to say is my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Like Bump and Grind's a great song, man.
Look at that. Chris Gonzalez. R.
12
Kelly
Play
may
was a
be the
great
greatest.
album.
He says R. Kelly might be the greatest R&B singer of all time.
He's a goat. He's a great one. I mean, dude. I mean, Marvin Gaye is, and then Otis Redding. Those are my
Yeah.
1 and 2. But R. Kelly is top tier, most
Yeah.
definitely.
And I mean, if you still bump that music, right, and you're at the family barbecue, is somebody going to say, "No, turn that off"? They'll be like, "All right, I'll fucks with it." They're going to be there with the beer in the hand, still
Yeah.
jamming, moving their head, bobbing the head.
Sith Elias coming out with he can't bump R. Kelly during sex because he'll start singing along to it. I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, I Believe I Can Fly, man, was a great song.
You know what we got to
Dude.
get? We got to get Elias a shirt just made special just for him that says "Torta Pounder" because that's an inside joke that we keep making fun of.
Okay, so first of all, I saw this thing yesterday. Oh, by the way, I'm looking at R. Kelly songs. Ignition, dude. Come on. Ignition comes on. The remix. You kidding
Yeah.
me? No, but I saw this thing on TikTok yesterday where these girls were getting offended by being called mini tortas. What's a mini torta?
As a petite, big BBW. I mean, what is the weight? What is the classification? What is the weight class to be a what?
Oh,
A small torta, a petite torta.
that's funny, dude. That's funny.
Okay.
But Joe, okay, ignition comes on the car, right? Ignition comes out. You gonna bump it? Can I get a toot toot?
Lie?
Can I get a beep beep?
I ain't gonna lie, I probably will. You know what? My boys will probably be like, "Yeah, R. Kelly still got it." But can you find the music anywhere? That's the thing. It's not
Yeah.
streaming anywhere anymore. Spotify don't have it. Maybe you find it on YouTube.
Well, I mean, someone's listening to it. I mean, I'm looking on Spotify right now. I have 2 songs by R. Kelly that are saved, right? So I have I have Your Body's Calling and Ignition saved. Why
Yeah.
don't I have I Believe I Can Fly saved? Let me just casually come over here and save that song to my mix here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Bump and Grind is not. Yeah, we're gonna have to save that song. So now I have 4 songs off of 12 Play, that are now on my Spotify playlist for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
We're talking about Chris Brown, right? Do I have any Chris Brown?
You probably do. And we got some super chats we're gonna get to because one of them is kind of in line with one of the segments that we're gonna have about Mamu.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that when we talk about Mamu.
We have a super chat coming in from Mario Cavazos.
Yeah, here it is. Thanks, Mario.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
I say, do shirt, Mike. It's Lulu Beautiful.
We'll
I got
have it
one of
in
those-
salmon.
What are those? What was this? Is it the shark? Who's the shark in golf? That. Why did I know this? It's a golf shirt.
I don't know. The shark that I know is Maui and Sons from back in the day. I used to rock with that and Quicksilver, man. I love Quicksilver
Dude,
shorts when I was
Quicksilver-
back in the day.
That was the brand back in the day. Quicksilver. If you're going to California, if you're going to go out surfing or whatever the case may be, that was good stuff, man.
No.
Joe, what happened to that guy from Las Palapas, man? The guy that owned Las Palapas,
Jeez, bro.
created Las Palapas. As Mike
That-
Taylor would say, he got died.
Yeah, look at they're saying it's Greg Norman, the one with the
That's
shark,
what it is. The shark.
the Greg Norman.
I was going to say a name, but I knew I was going to be wrong. I was like, that's not Arnold Palmer. That's not Jack Nicklaus. That's the Greg
No.
Norman shirt.
So allegedly, what's going on with the founder here of Las Palapas that was found dead, and it's being reported by KSAT 12 News. KSAT 12 News has been like all over this story from the get-go, and they're
Right.
saying that their sources are saying that it was the founder of Las Palapas who was found dead, Edward Acosta, at the age of 78, Tuesday, at his home over there in Stone Oak. And as you were saying here, it was saying that the alleged perpetrator here was somebody that he knew. As the suspect's name is David Ruiz, who's age 39, and you said that they went ahead and found him like 2 hours away.
Yeah. So apparently this guy, according to Ken's and KSAT, Ruiz, traveled from California, which is Whittier, California, which is southeast Los Angeles, and he drove to San Antonio to be with his family, and he was welcomed into the Acosta home. So he is the son, he's the friend of the sons, right? And something happened, and the stabbing happened, and the friend, the son, the son. Okay, so let's get this right. Mr. Acosta's son identified his friend as the perpetrator, and he took off, went west to heading back to California. Got pulled over in Kimball County, which is west of San Antonio. Rudy G saying like Los Barrios. Was that
Yeah,
what was her
there's
name? What was her
bodies
name?
on there. I
Viola?
forgot her name. Yeah, Viola, because that's what they have the restaurant named after. If you
Yeah,
come over
Viola
here,
Ventanas
yeah,
by
I know
SeaWorld.
Westover Hills. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, she was what, killed by somebody at her front door, right? Both
yeah,
both of these
man.
people killed at their house.
Well,
Ridiculous,
this poor brother, we don't know what happened because they haven't really said anything. I guess it's still under investigation, but an altercation of some kind occurred. Obviously, if he's
man. Right.
getting stabbed to death in his own home, like you're letting somebody stay with you there, and then they go and turn on you. So who knows? Maybe it was an argument or something about money. Something that the lines of that.
It had to be.
And he got died, dude. So pour some out.
We're gonna talk some sports now. Pour some out for Mamu and Mamu fans.
Yeah. Well, let's get to that
Um.
$5 super chat because
Oh, I didn't see it.
that $5 super chat is going right along the lines with Mamu. I'm trying to get back to it because it's way, way back here. Here we go. Thank you from
Sam
Sam
Salinas.
Salinas.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
There you go, Mike.
All right, Sam Salinas reaches out. Thank you so much for the support. Sam says, stupid question, dumber results. Asking the question, by the way, just to go back in time, does Mamu deserve a tribute video when he visits the Spurs as a Toronto Raptor? Signed a 2-year deal worth a little bit more than $5 million. Sam says, stupid question, dumber results. Mamu had one game. One freaking game. The only video should be Billy Bats telling him to get his shine box. No mames. End quote. So for those who don't remember, I believe the number was 34 points in 19 minutes, which was an NBA record for most points by an NBA player in less than 20 minutes. And it would happen at the Frost Bank Center. And of all people, Flavor Flav was there. Formerly a Public Enemy. Yeah, boy. Flavor Flav was in the house cheering on Mamu because somehow they're friends. I don't know how they became friends, but they are friends. But Mamu, again, shown the door. Spurs could have re-signed him if they wanted to. I mean, he signed a deal for 2 years, like $5.5 million with the Toronto Raptors. Yeah. Everyone's like, he went and got paid. No, dude, that's just north of the minimum. If the Spurs wanted him, they would have kept him. But the Spurs are going and hanging their hat on Luke Cornett being that guy down low for the Spurs. So Mamu and his shooting is gone. Mamu was an interesting player, man.
Yes.
Once a month, he would turn up and just catch fire.
He was a fan favorite, and I think the fans liked him because of his energy out there, his enthusiasm, just giving 100 when he was out there on the court. You couldn't help but love the dude. He was great in the locker room. The players loved him. The fans loved him. He was a man of the people. I think that's the one thing that goes unsung with players that are fan favorites, is that because they are fan favorites because of the connection that they have with the fan base. Even though they might not be out there dropping 20, 30 points a night, fans just get enamored with certain players, man, and Mamu was one of them.
It's silly, dude. It's silly. He's the end of the bench kind of guy. Now, I know he was a good locker room guy. Apparently, all the Spurs loved him. After he signed, he saw Spurs on social media, whether it be on Instagram or on Twitter, congratulating him on his deal and wishing him well, saying that he was a great teammate and all that stuff. That's fantastic, right? He was good in the community. He was one of those guys who would sign autographs. He was one of those guys who would take photos. He was one of those guys who seemed to be happy that he was in the NBA. He seemed to be like, wow, I cannot believe I actually made it. So because of that, he's very likable, right? But I think the Spurs organization has become way too friendly when it comes to those tribute videos. I mean, Bryn Forbes got one. Dominic Barlow got one. Why?
Of course, Mamu's gonna get
Why?
one.
Why? So I asked the question on Twitter. More than 330 people took part in this poll, asking the question, does Mamu deserve a tribute video when he returns to San Antonio as a Toronto Raptor? I want to say believe it or not, but I knew this is how it was going to go. 64% say yes, he deserves a tribute video. Why? The Spurs are weird about this, right? We have Johnny Moore's jersey up on the rafters.
Yeah.
Right? We have James Silas's jerseys up in the rafters. We have certain players that were never all-stars up on the rafters, right? No Kawhi Leonard, but we got Johnny Moore. It's weird because you look at the Spurs. I understand having Gervin up there. I understand having Tim, Tony, and Manu. I even understand having Sean Elliott. Sean Elliott made the All-Star team multiple times.
And he made the Memorial Day miracle that sent us to the first championship.
And Avery Johnson, I mean, he knocked down the game-winning shot to win the first title back in 1999. 15-footer, left side.
Corner jumper.
But net. Nothing but net.
Yeah.
Fine. But everybody else, man, why are they up there?
Silas, no?
No, I mean, I know he was good back in the day, but no. I mean, in all honesty, the two that deserve to be up there are – there's three that deserve to be up there that aren't. Kawhi Leonard, Alvin Robertson, Mike Mitchell. Those three deserve to be up there.
Take down Silas and put Mitchell?
Well, I mean, dude, Mitchell was a scoring god, dude. He was a scoring god, but he had demons in his past, right? And that's why he didn't get up there.
So did Willie Anderson. So did a lot of those guys.
Well, Willie Anderson did deserve to be up there. But I mean, Alvin Robertson right now, the all-time record for most steals in NBA history is owned by Alvin Robertson.
Yeah.
And that is a record that probably will never be broken. It was broken in 1986, Joe. Yeah. It is nearly 40 years old, that record. And 301 steals, if I'm not mistaken, in one season. And if you look at the top 10 seasons of all time, if I'm not mistaken, he owns 5 of those top 10 spots. The other ones are what, Jordan, right? So even Jordan couldn't catch him. Alvin Robertson made multiple All-Star game appearances, but again, it's his criminal background, his criminal history that dragged him along. Drug abuse by a lot of these players back in the day. And then you look at
a lot of them were doing drugs, alcohol, and a lot of other stuff that was shady. But back then it wasn't as scrutinized as it is now.
No. It was very prevalent. And then back in the day, you look at Kawhi Leonard being a douchebag and doing what he did in the city of San Antonio, Uncle Dennis and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, his number deserves to be retired, but it's just, I understand why it's not, but just in actuality.
Who's going to show up for that? If you're going to put the nephews, you're going to retire his number and put it up into the rafters there. Do you think Spurs fan is going to show up for that tribute? I don't know, man. That's a big question.
I mean, but it's like, who was the better player? Alvin Robertson or Johnny Moore?
Well, the thing is,
who was the better player?
Who was more detrimental
Kawhi Leonard
to the team?
Or Bruce Bowen?
Who is more detrimental to the team? Who put the team in the position that they're in right now? Freaking Kawhi Leonard did. That's why a lot of Spurs fans have a lot of hate for him, and they're still like, you know what? F that guy.
Man, Kobe Bryant did the same thing to the Lakers.
No, man, but not like this to this extent.
Kobe Bryant took the Lakers franchise about 8 years to rebuild after Kobe left. They were trying to rebuild while he was there.
But Kobe won them another chip.
What's that?
Kobe won him another chip.
Kobe won 5, but after he was winning titles, people don't remember this. This is why people are always like, whenever people say Kobe's the GOAT and Kobe's the top 5 player of all time, you have to remind them that the last 3 or 4 years that he was with the Lakers, he sucked up their salary cap. They won only like 35 games those years, and when he left, that team was decimated.
Yeah, but as an NBA veteran, this is going to be your last contract. Why not get the bag? You've put in the time. You've done everything you can. You've won that organization multiple chips. F that, dude. I don't care if I go ahead and put them back where they can't get more players. You know what? Make more money. I'm
Well,
gonna
I
get
mean,
my bag.
no, I get it, and he got his bag with the shoe companies as well. I mean, I'm not saying. Let's look at Kobe Bryant real fast. I mean, I like that we're going with this. Kobe Bryant, who I believe is one of the most overrated players of all time in the NBA. Do I think he's a top 15 player of all time? Yes. And if you want to say he's top 10, then he's 9 or 10. I don't have him anywhere near top 5. And I think when NBA players vote on this, they vote on it based on celebrity, not on what actually happened. Okay, so he played for the Lakers from 1996 all the way to 2015, right? 2015, 2016, right? Let's look at the record of the Lakers, right? Lakers record by season. So he played through 2016. There was one season where he missed most of the games because of an injury, right? But let's look at these records by the Lakers because we know that the Spurs did what with Tim Duncan? The Spurs kept winning with Tim Duncan. But the last several years of Kobe Bryant were not that good. Give me 1 second here.
And we also got some super chats. We got to start addressing Mike. So
real fast. Here are the last 3 seasons of Kobe Bryant with the Lakers.
yeah,
27 and 55, 21 and 61, 17 and 65, 26 and 56. And then when he left, they had a losing record, and they didn't get winning until 2019. So we talk about how the Spurs have 6 losing seasons in a row. They had 6 losing seasons in a row, and 4 of those years were with Kobe.
yeah.
And we're going to say that Kobe was a GOAT. Get the F out of here.
So we got an incoming super chat to get us back on track here.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Drew Show. There you go, Mike. Drew Show.
Drew Show says, 3rd day of free agency, and the Spurs have done nothing but sign a cornet. You guys are putting lipstick on a pig with all the we're building the defense first, yada, yada, yesterday. Still can't shoot. Hey, no lies detected. Both can be right, Drew. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the support. It can be said that the Spurs are creating an identity with defense because that looks like what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
They're getting players who could play defense and analytically are defensive minded. They got Luke Cornett, who, I mean, it didn't excite me. You know, I was watching Mark Stein on a podcast yesterday where he was talking up Cornett. He goes, man, this was a brilliant move by the Spurs, yada, 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 yada. And he goes, it's not a brilliant move where Cornett's going to go out there and play 25 to 30 minutes and be a baller. It's him being a baller for the 15 minutes that he's out there. That's
Exactly.
the most you can get. He's a middle reliever, right? He's a good pitcher who comes in for an inning and a half and gets the heck out, right?
At the end of quarters, let Wemby rest. You know,
let Wemby rest. Or if there's a game in which you need to have size, you can have him out there because he's 7'2".
True.
But how defensively he puts the clamps down on people in that mid-range, the 10 to 15 mark, that he's basically one of the top 6 defenders in the NBA at that type of role. So analytically, it is a good pickup. But he's also somebody who made 0 3-pointers last season and made only 1 the year before that and only 3 the year before that.
Yeah.
Was he a 3-point shooter in college? Yes. But for some reason in the NBA, no. So for him to come out, for Drew Show to come out and say, we still can't shoot, he's absolutely correct in saying that.
Yes. That's what
shooters.
That's what we said yesterday, too. I went and said, you know, it's great that they got a role player for the center position, but they've still done nothing to address the 3-and-D type of player, you know, that the Spurs sorely need to guard the wing. They haven't done anything to address any of the 3-point shooting. You know, they still have holes in their offense, you know. And we also got another incoming super chat from the Drew Show.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And he's saying, the Drew Show, thank you again. We appreciate the super chats from everybody. He says, El Jefe said, I like the guys we have. People said Pop was taking a backseat. Y'all believe that S now? He goes, that S now, fools. He says, old man is still running things.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't have influence. I mean, he's still literally in the building. He's still at the Rocket La Cantera.
Did you see the interview with R.C. Buford? I think it was for some French media outlet. Right. And he went on record and they were talking about Coach Pop, and he says, we still don't know how he's going to fit within the organization. They're still trying to figure out if they're going to have him I guess, at the facility in some capacity. They're still trying to figure out how that's going to work. So they give him a title, but it doesn't mean that he's going to be showing up to work all the time. I think if you're reading between the lines, that's what R.C. Buford is saying. He's just saying, at the end of the day, Pop is going to be involved with the organization in some capacity.
Yeah, he's going to be doing something, dude. He's going to be doing something with this organization. I don't think his reach is as strong as it used to be before. I think people realize that Pop is the old man in the building. I'm not saying that he doesn't have influence, but before the stroke, he was somebody that had his thumb on the team. Everything went through Pop. You couldn't deviate anything. Pop was 100% going on, right? Like that. It wasn't Pop in the front office. It was Pop running the team. He probably still has influence right now, Joe.
No.
But we can't sit here and think that old man has 100% influence over this team and that it's his way or the highway. I don't believe that. He has influence. They may look at him at like a emeritus status and look at him and go, hey, what do you think? But I don't think that he's going to be somebody who is going to be like so revered and so feared at this point because he doesn't have that presence anymore, Joe. The last time we saw him was what, doing that press conference, right? Did he look like a strong man?
No.
Did he look like a capable man?
He looked frail, man. I mean,
frail.
I'm just hoping that Pop makes a full recovery here, not wishing any ill will towards him. Appreciate everything he's done for the organization. But after seeing, Coach Pop and the state that he was in, just take all the time he needs to get better, man. Worry about his health. I think that should be first and foremost. If he's going to be involved with the organization in some capacity, great, but it shouldn't come first before your health, because at the end of the day, Coach Pop, beyond just being a coach, and Spurs fans love him some Coach Pop, he's also a father. He's also a grandfather. So I think that takes precedence over anything else, because at the end of the day, when you return home, you want to spend time with your family. You want to be present there as well. So I think maybe, and the universe has a way of speaking to you and kind of making things, I guess, put them in a different perspective to you. And then maybe this is giving him some clarity as far as time isn't something that we should take lightly. You can't buy enough time, more time with your family. You know what I mean? It's like
most definitely. And the Spurs want him there.
Yeah.
The Spurs want him there. And when I say the Spurs, I'm talking about the players. I'm talking about the organization. They want Pop there. Pop is family. Pop is a legend. But the sphere of influence that he has cannot be what it once was. And I know that whenever things are going to go wrong with Mitch Johnson, they're going to be like, oh, well, it's because Pop is still running things. And it's an excuse to be had. And it's an excuse that will always be there.
Yeah.
But you have to believe with Mitch Johnson building the team and getting Corliss Williamson, for example, as an assistant head coach, going out there and what was the name that we saw out there that was going to be part of the summer league, that was going to be part of the team for a little while? I forgot what name that was. You look at it and it doesn't smell like Pop. Like getting Williamson doesn't smell like Pop.
Yeah, I mean they're moving in a different direction.
Mitch Johnson's starting
Yeah.
to gravitate towards his own thing.
He's putting his signature on the team, and rightfully so. He is the head coach, so some things are going to change, hopefully for the better here. We do have another incoming super chat we got to address here from Tex-Mex Frank.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Tex-Mex Frank, we appreciate you, man, and everybody who's contributed today with your super chats, and everybody who's just giving us your comments as well. We appreciate everybody's support here. And Tex-Mex Frank is saying, happy 4th of July, gentlemen. Let's give Mamu a good luck grito. And he says he loves the hat. I appreciate you, because it is the Texican hat that is made by our boy Tex-Mex Frank. So he paid for the grito. He's going to get the grito. And we're going to go ahead and give the people what they want. They wanted the old man grito back. So here you go.
Presumir a mis amigos
There you go. That thing still it
You know
gets
what?
longer and longer.
What's funny is that I hated that grito when it first came out. Now I'm very fond of it.
It's either that
Um,
one or the other brother with the dog at
yeah.
the end. It's still funny.
The name that I was thinking of that I saw, and I haven't gotten clarification of this yet, but Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5 posted the Spurs roster for the Summer League.
Yeah.
And did you see who the guest coach was?
No, I did not.
They called it a guest coach. This is a tweet from Jeff Garcia 2
Okay.
days ago.
Okay.
It says head coach is Mike Noyes, Noyes. Guest coach Rashard Lewis. Remember Rashard Lewis played for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day?
Way
He was a
back
good
in the day.
player.
Yeah.
He was a good player. Played for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, they had made some news about that. They had mentioned him. Wasn't he joining the coaching staff, I believe? When they were when they made the announcement, Mitch Johnson had added him to the coaching staff.
Yeah. I mean, Corliss Williamson, Rashard Lewis. I like it. I like what's going on when it comes to it. These are all players that can say we've been there before. We've done this, right?
Yeah.
We've had long careers. NBA champion, two-time All-Star, Rashard Lewis, 2005, 2009. He was Mr. Basketball in 1998, NBA champion in 2013 with the Miami Heat. Played for the Sonics for a decade. Played for Orlando, Washington Wizards, Miami Heat. So if you have Rashard Lewis in the house and says, hey, man, I played this league for 15 years. When you have a Corliss Williamson who was like, man, I was the sixth man of the year. It brings something to the bench that has been missing, right? Because Mitch Johnson played college ball at Stanford, but was never an NBA player. Pop never played in the NBA. You don't look at other coaches within the Spurs organization, Brett Brown, and go, well, what did you do? There's something to be said about having a player that's been there and has done that. And Jonathan C. says Lewis was a problem behind the three-point line. He was a good player, man. Sid saying, dope. Sam Salinas coming out and saying, had a crazy playoff series against Rashard Lewis. Absolute dog playing against us. It's interesting. It's interesting how this team is kind of transforming. And people are still holding on to the idea that, well, because Pop is in the building, that the Spurs are not moving forward. The Spurs are forced to move forward. I mean, Pop, we saw him walk barely. He had to be carried, essentially, right? He had to lean on the shoulders of other people to make his way to the front.
Yeah, because he wasn't going to use his cane, man. He's too proud for that, dude. I don't blame him. You don't want to come out there with the cane and everybody's taking pictures and video of you. No, man, F that.
Okay. It's I understand he did not want the cane, like you said. But it to me, it shows that the Spurs had to move forward. It shows that the Spurs are moving forward.
Move forward sooner or later. They moved forward. They moved away from Pop 5-6 years too late. They should have done it sooner. And that's the reality of things. This is where we're at right now as a Spurs fan base. They've already given the reins to Mitch Johnson. They're moving forward. Hopefully they can go ahead and continue to make some roster moves and add some, let's say, shooting prowess to this team, because they need to address the 3-point shooting.
Yes.
And that's something that they don't have as of yet. Yes, we see video of, said players like Sohan and some of the other Spurs players working on their 3-point shot, but they're in empty gyms, man.
Right.
We don't know it's going to translate to them, let's say, shooting lights out from beyond the arc. They might get a little better.
I can't wait till Sohan goes out there on the court with a parachute on his back, right? I mean,
yeah,
that's a bungee behind him.
A bungee.
Jonathan C. needs to go take a lap, dude. He needs to go take a lap for this.
What's he doing, man?
The last comment that's on there.
I'm trying to get to all of them, dude. I'm behind right now.
Jonathan C. comes out and says, Pop damn near died on a 12-ounce sirloin steak. Wow.
Ooh, shit. Bro.
Wow.
Oh, man. Hey, that Spurs fan had wanted Duncan Robinson, and what's his name now? Gone. All these players that the Spurs fans want are gone. There's one player that's still out there, and still a free agent, And I don't know. There's been some chatter here that the Spurs are looking at him. You wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind him on the team. Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah, I mean, he's talented, just like his dad. Very, very, very athletic. It doesn't excite me, but I wouldn't be upset about it at all. But like Nance is with the Cavs. Larry signed with the Cavs already. Yeah, I mean, already gone. I'm gonna look up right now the best NBA free agents available right now. Let me see, best NBA free agents available.
Nah, Nance re-signed with the Cavs already. Yep. He was out there for a hot minute and guess he re-signed again. All these free agents now, they're re-signing with their teams. A lot of them are.
So ESPN has an article that they released this morning of the 10 best that are left.
Jeez. Not much left.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Let's see here. Dude, the Wi-Fi in this. I'm just glad that our stream is going right now because the Wi-Fi in this house has been very, very sketchy right now.
Hope it's not Spectrum, dude. I don't like Spectrum. You know, they tried to shake me down the other day. I'm over here busy working, and I get the notification on my Ring doorbell. Somebody's ringing your doorbell, and I'm like, I see some guys dressed in like it looks like they're from CPS, hard hat. You know, they're wearing the vest and everything, and I'm just like, how can I help you guys? Like, what's going on? Oh, we're with Google Fiber. Man, get the hell out of here, dude. And he's like, well, we've been hearing reports from your neighbors that there's been a lot of AT&T outages. I said, dude, get the hell out of here with that. There's been no outages. I seen the way that you all put in the Google Fiber. They did trenching, dude. It's like this far under the ground. They dug a little trench and then they covered it back up with asphalt. Nah, dude, I'm good. Google Fiber is ass, bro.
The article came up here, Joe. And let's just say that I'm not exactly thrilled with the list here. They have it. The number one free agent available right now is Josh Giddey. He's a restricted free agent with the Bulls.
Giddey.
Quentin Grimes.
All right.
Of Philly, okay. DeAndre Ayton. Jonathan Kuminga. Chris Paul. When Chris Paul's number 5. Al Horford. Chris Boucher. Cam Thomas. DeAnthony Melton and Russell Westbrook are the top 10 right now. Spurs aren't going to get any shooting, man. I mean, our shooters are. Do you know who our shooter is, Joe?
No.
Champagne. Do you know who our shooter is? Malachi Branham. That's what we got.
We Sohan, don't forget.
Like the team we got, Joe.
Getting stronger every time I. I'm like, bro, it's stop. Stop with the cap.
Stop the cap.
You know, every time I see these players posting videos in an empty gym working out, people pulling them, you know, with the resistance, with the bungee cord and all this. Stop it. Stop it. What does all that do you? It doesn't do you any damn good. Knock down a freaking shot in the context of the game. Stop with all that.
What do you think about Wemby gaining the weight that he's gained?
I don't think it's bad. I mean, he needed to put on some weight because let's be honest, he's getting pushed around and bullied out there in the paint.
Yeah,
you know, he's doing all that.
Then again, that weight though on those ankles, do you want him to get?
Hey man, he's got to find a healthy median in between the two. If you don't get stronger and put on some weight, then what's going to happen? You can get bullied. Hold on.
Yeah,
I got Jeff calling me.
Oh, we have Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Let's see, what day is it today? It is Wednesday. Hey, special happy birthday, by the way, to Gabby girl, my daughter Gabrielle Jimenez, turning 22 years old today. She's a journalist now with KSAT 12, so I'm excited about that. Don't forget to follow her on Twitter. You can just search Gabby Jimenez, Gabby.
Gabby girl's a birthday?
It's her birthday today, 22 years old. Chica surprised her with a gift. We gave it to her early. She wanted a guitar from Guitar Center, and we got her that guitar. Bill Burr, the comedian, says that Guitar Center is the loneliest place to be if you're a divorced man.
Oh God, no, man, it's pretty lonely in there. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing but a bunch of dudes in there, or DJs picking up speakers, or guys going out there and testing out the guitar, the piano, you know, the keyboard and stuff. We got an
Yeah.
incoming super chat from the Drew Show. Let's address that real quick.
Money talks. Here comes the money.
Drew Show, he says, 3-and-D guys keep getting signed, moving teams. He says, yet we still have Keldon, Sohan, and some Sohan who should be gone. Somebody is did he say somebody is keeping them around? He says, pop. Thank you, Drew Show. We appreciate that.
Joe, can you take the wheel for a minute? I got to take
Yeah.
this call.
Yeah,
Legal stuff.
gotcha. All right, Jeff, what's up?
Not much, dude. What's going on?
Mike had to bounce on us for a little bit. He's got a call from the lawyer, man.
Right,
You know, if he doesn't answer it, they're going to charge him $30 for the hang up.
got Mike in spirit right there. Look at that picture right there.
Yep, I like that. I like how you always have Mike. Always cooking, Jeff. Always cooking.
So what's up, dude?
So we're going to talk with you about, there's not much left out there for the Spurs in free agency, man. It's a lot of these free agents are re-signing with their said teams, or they're moving on and getting signed right away with another team. I mean, out of everything that's left right there, Jeff, as far as free agents go, have you heard any chatter about the Spurs making any moves?
Nothing. It got quiet. The last thing they do need is just perimeter shooting. But I heard Jimenez just already mentioned it and say what I was going to say. I guess they believe in Champagne and maybe Carter Bryant if he gets minutes, and Barnes, I guess, is an adequate shooter, but that's still the second thing that they have to address on their to-do list. But yeah, there's the well's dry. I mean, what is there? Kaminga's out there. Who else is out there? Al Horford, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Al Horford. He's old as hell, man, but he's still got some veteran experience in him. If
He was on my short list for backup bigs.
Yeah,
he's still producing for, at least it was for Boston. But no, that's it though. And then summer league's right around the corner, so looking forward to seeing that.
And you heard the other one, right? Valanciunas to the Nuggets for Darko Saric.
Dude, how big are the Nuggets now? They're giants on that.
They're pretty
team.
big, man. They got that
It's
size
a big
now.
boy team, man.
But the good thing is that with the Nuggets is that they have added more depth to their team, which is something that they were missing.
Yeah.
And it showed, it was fairly evident when they were in the playoffs, that they needed some depth to their team. And I think they're addressing those issues now.
Yeah. But, the Spurs are looking nice right now. Not saying they're title bound or conference bound, but I mean, at this point, if they don't, and I'm giving them a lot of slack here. If they don't even make the play-in, Joe, can you imagine?
Hey,
just at minimum of the play-in. That's it. I'm setting the bar low, Joe. I'm setting it low.
First one to be in here and tell you guys, I told you so.
And I'm just setting the bar low for myself, so I don't get high expectations.
Let me ask you a question, because me and Mike have gone on record already to see what the expectation is as far as wins go for the team, as far as they're currently constructed. Healthy Wemby, healthy Fox. You've added some draft picks here as well, in the NBA draft with Bryant and Harper here. And you have Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell. You have Fox, you have Wemby, right, in that starting lineup. Everybody healthy. What's your expectation as far as the win total for the upcoming season?
I got middle 40s, so you're like 41, 42.
Hey,
there.
Right on par with what we were saying. I said,
oh, for real? Okay,
43. Cool. Mike was saying probably around 43 to 45.
Yeah, I got him in that middle thing. I mean, 45 would be pretty good, but
the higher end,
but in that range, 40 to 45 in there. Obviously, things are, or as always, every team goes with this, whether it's injuries, trades, or what have you. But barring any of that stuff, they should at least jump another 8-10 wins next season. So. They should. You got a stronger, at least physically stronger Wemby. What else you got? Castle going to year 2. We really, really didn't get to see a lot of De'Aaron Fox last season, so we'll see how that meshes well. They got their big now with Cornette. It feels like a shape. I know the biggest X factor in all this is it's actually Mitch Johnson. How is he going to do as the head coach taking the reins? And I hope there's no more training wheels on him. Pop, I hope he's not getting in his ear You know, for example, let's just say the Spurs get demolished one night. You know, Pop's not calling him. What are you doing? You know, leave him alone. Let him fall on his face or rise up if you know they're doing well. But I like the moves he's doing on the coaching staff, though.
Yeah, I think we both have agreed, and I think Mike agrees that he likes the moves that they're making in the coaching department there, as Mitch Johnson is adding, more coaching to his repertoire here, or staff to his repertoire. Mike, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's the restart. Yeah, that's him. You know who else is it? It's just like all other former players usually do. Go through the Spurs system to get their
The
cut their
reps.
teeth and move on. Yeah, we've seen this. He's a guest coach. He's not like on the payroll. No, he's a guest coach. I mean, but this is not unusual. If you go back in previous summer leagues, they've had, you know, a name like named like guys you would recognize on the guest coaching side. I mean, Torrey Messina, he was a guest coach before he even made the leap to San Antonio. Who else was on there? Oh yeah, another guy listed on the coaching staff, not guest coach, but coaching staff, was Tony Parker's brother, Pierre. So remember, Manu Ginobili's brother was a guest coach one summer league. So this is not uncommon. If anything, it was just like, oh, it's Rashard Lewis. All right, I guess he's interested in getting into coaching now.
The Corliss Williamson thing, though, was pretty good, man. I enjoyed that.
Good, yeah. You know what I like about it, too? I mean, he's going to bring that edge, like a lot of fire on these guys, play some bully ball out there.
Yeah. 6th man of the year back in the day, man. He was a great player in college way back when.
He played with Detroit, right? That where he was known for more in Detroit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where else did he play? Oh, no, Sacramento, wasn't it? Was it Sacramento? No, it was both teams. Yeah, he did both teams.
Talking to Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. No Dylan Harper in the California Summer League. Is that correct?
Yeah. Quote unquote. He's quote unquote injured. Oops. Right.
Yeah. So
he looked fine to me in the introduction conference, going outside, skipping, running, playing a little game of hoops with fans, and then some kids. So yeah, they're just really, really handling them very carefully right now.
Yeah, you know, your opinion on the Cornet signing, Jeff. What was your thought about the Spurs?
I liked it. Now, I mean, I'll start off with the cons. Was it a little bit of an overpay for a guy who only averaged 6 points per game and I think about 6 rebounds? Maybe, but I mean that's just the way. Again, Mike, you're in the financial side. That's just the market, man.
Now I did see the Ringer do projections for what they thought a certain player was worth on the free agency market. Cornet's value was $13.1 million according to the Ringer.
Yeah.
So the Spurs got him at 10.25.
They got him.
It's a 366% raise, man, for a guy that that is going to be he's going to ball out 12 to 15 minutes. But we're talking about the analytics.
Oh no, he's going to get more minutes than that. He's got to get more minutes than that.
Look at this. We have Hanover Fister in the chat. He's saying he just booked his trip to the Summer League, man. Congratulations.
You know what about the Summer League? I mean, I've been to countless Summer Leagues, even before it was a thing. I remember going to Summer League before it was a thing to do in the offseason where it was just dead in there.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. It was. I remember back in the day where if you had a media pass to go to Summer League, and I experienced this, you were able to get on the court and sit on the bench with players and interview them. I mean, that's how desperate they wanted media exposure for it. Not anymore. Those days are long. Now they've gotten strict. I know somebody who got kicked out of media row because they use a fake media pass. That happened.
Did you see what they do now with the media, Jeff? They don't even put them in a good area now.
No, they don't. They used to put us behind the baskets or at least off to the side. Now, I kid you not, it's at the top of the row. Like you're sitting with the fans.
Basically, yeah.
Basically. And the people that get those primo spots behind the bench, the basket, are either like videographers, photographers, analytic people, like team analytics, coaching staff, like scouting,
the big names, the big names.
And then if you're the big name, like
yeah,
you work with ESPN or you work with Fox Sports, like those kind of guys.
Yeah.
But
you're better off at actually if you're gonna you get the media pass, great, but you're better off just getting your own seat.
And you know what I hate, and I think I learned the biggest lesson why I haven't gone in a while is because you spend so much money to go to Vegas, flight, hotel, spending, food, etc. And the guy you want to see play gets shut down after one game.
Yeah.
You're like, is it worth it? You're like, I came all the way out. I think I did the last one I did maybe was the Sohan Summer League. Yeah. And that was where he didn't play at all because he got COVID.
Yeah. I remember that.
So I of course, yeah, I'm in Vegas. It's fun. Yes, there's that. But I remember going back, and this was also living in New York City, going back to New York City, like, wait a minute, I just spent how much money to see somebody not play? And I'm interviewing random guy who's not even in the league right now.
Yeah. Or you're interviewing players from another team,
Was it really worth it,
Dude, Vegas isn't worth it anymore, man. Vegas has jumped the shark for me, man.
Oh, Mike got burnt out.
I've been to Vegas 30 times in my life.
Remember that one time I went to Vegas and you called me while I was in Vegas and you didn't know I was in Vegas and you're like, where are you? And I was like, I'm in Vegas right now. And you get all pissed off because I didn't tell you were going to take a Southwest flight to go visit me.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, let a brother know. Now, I think
Vegas like, you didn't let me know you were going.
I think Vegas is all about like who you go with, right? You have to have the right-minded people who have similar pockets and similar tastes. It's like Jeff, you and I love hanging out with you, but there have been some places that we've gone to where I've enjoyed it, you haven't, or you've enjoyed it and I haven't. And it's just kind of weird. You gotta find that common ground. Yeah. I remember trying to take you to Be Kind Rewind.
I remember dude, that night was a disaster, man. I remember the first thing we did, we walked in to Be Kind Rewind, and Jimenez and I were just yelling at each other just because it was that loud in there.
Oh, and with like the 20-somethings?
No, we walked in, Joe, and like I don't know, we took like 5 steps, and then we were as crowded. Like we were in the back of just a jam-packed place. It was so loud in there. We bolted, man. We said, this is ridiculous.
Look at this. MJ goes to the poor man's Vegas to the what is
Laughlin.
that? The Kickapoo,
Nevada.
You go to the Kickapoo.
Oh, dude, you'll never find me ever again in my entire life at Kickapoo.
Well, what happened?
There is no worse money that you can spend than go to Kickapoo, dude. That
I hear good things about it. I hear good things about it.
The Kickapoo Casino in Eagle Pass. It used to be, by the way, in trailers. They legit had trailers with slot machines back in the day.
Oh my!
And it was like it's like you just want to go gamble somewhere. They had a poker room back in the day. They still do, but it was like when poker was really big and like there weren't card clubs anywhere. There is no reason to go to Kickapoo. None. Not one. There's not one positive thing about Kickapoo. You got to pay for your drinks while you're there.
They don't got no table games, do they?
They got no table games. It's stupid. Kickapoo's a waste of money. Go to Lake Charles like an adult. Go to Oklahoma. Go to Oklahoma. WinStar at Oklahoma like an adult.
I lived in Michigan for 4 years, and during the semester breaks, we would go to the casinos out there, and I had the best time at this one place called Soaring Eagle in Michigan. I remember I went there. I remember we took $200. I left with like 800. Like that's how hot I was that night. So I've had fun at casino. I had fun at Vegas too, but man, that money just goes fast. You think you have enough for yourself, and you're done like in an hour.
Sith comes out and says, "I go to Kickapoo for the menudo." That tells you everything that you need to know because they do.
For real, is that what they're known for? Or is he just playing around? Like for
real? No, they do offer menudo.
Oh, they do
over there. Drew Show with the super chat coming in.
Yep, he's got $5 super chat. Let's go ahead and play that.
Says $10.99.
Here comes the money.
$10.99. Make more money, Mike. Are business expenses to go to Summer League tax deductible? Request the Make More Money clip, sir. Oh, he wants the Make More Money clip.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's asking for. So hold on here, Drew. I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready for you. He's asking for that scene that he sent us, dude. So I'm gonna put it on for us. This is your scene, Mike.
I'm in the hole, I pay him $2,000 a week. There's no profit, I pay him $2,000 a week.
Make more fucking money. This is America. You don't make money, you're a fucking douchebag. Now what you gonna do?
Oh, make more money.
That's the spirit.
Make more money, Mike.
and guys, I don't understand how people think that it's weird that I say that. You know, I was up till 2:30 in the morning last night working on client files. Why? I want to make more money. I make them money. I make people money, and they make me money. It's a great relationship I have with my clients. Right? The more money they make, the more money I make. It's a great thing to have. Right? We're on the same side of the fence. But it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm trying to make money, dude. And I don't care if it's a second job, a third job. I don't care if it's freelance, this, that, or the other. I like to do stuff because I have a certain lifestyle I want to live. You know, that doesn't make me bougie. That just makes me somebody who has a goal, and I go hit it, right?
Hey,
go hit it.
Look at this. This is funny. Look at the comment that they put on here. What is JG Jeff Garcia play? Slots. They said no.
My weakness. I think Jimenez knows my weakness. I don't know if you know, Joe.
Blackjack?
No, it's roulette, man.
Roulette
table.
Say less roulette, man. That's my jam
man.
too.
See that there? I'm like, oh no.
When you get that streak, Jeff, you'll be out there for a good 3-4 hours, bro.
Man, that gets me every time. Every time.
You lose track of the
numbers,
time.
or do you play the lines, like
everything?
12,
everything.
Colors, lines,
numbers,
even
brother. Odds.
All right, can I? Hey,
hasn't hit the green dot yet, the green slot yet. I'm gonna go put it over there and lose it.
Can I tell you the one time the tall tale time?
What's up?
Tall tale time was one time I was in Vegas. God, this must have been about 10 years ago or so. And I just felt a number coming up. Like I just felt it. I knew it. And I told everybody there, it's going to be 2. It's going to be the 2. And everyone stopped what they were doing. And we lined up chips on the 2. And then we all started quadding it, like the 0, 2, the double zeros
edges
on the 2.
And everything. Yeah.
The edges all around the 2. So everyone's bet, we probably had about, I don't know, collectively $50 on the 2, just like piled up, right? And they spun it, and I kept on chanting Kawhi, Kawhi, Kawhi. It hit, dude. It hit the 2.
Hey, Joe, you seeing a pattern here? Kawhi, just get his jersey retired. Yeah,
this was 10 years ago, man. This was when Kawhi was loved.
Yeah, if he still has the Kawhi Leonard jersey, I bet he's gonna wear it too again.
Man, Jimenez, you should wear it for the next show, dude. You definitely should wear it.
I don't have one.
I thought you had one. I seen you with a 2 jersey.
I have 3.
I'm thinking of Castle.
Yeah. I have 3 jerseys of Spurs, right? I have Wemby, I have Castle, and I have Manu, and that is it.
No Mamu.
Not Mamu, Manu.
No, I'm saying Mamu's gone. So I say you could go get his jersey cheap, Mike. You want him
on the cheap, man.
A little frugal.
On the cheap, man. No, man. It's fine. Go ahead and talk about Vegas, though. There are a lot of casinos that are bucking the trend. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram named Pauly C, Vegas Pauly C.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries to convince casinos that they're starting to take his lead to go back to old Vegas, which is like F those like shows, you know, all that stuff. Just make it so it's cheap gambling with good money and cheap prices. So like certain things are going on right now. Like there's some hotels on the Strip right now that are offering free parking. That has never happened before. They announced last week that the Plaza Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel on just off of Fremont, is offering what is it called? All inclusive. So they got rid of the resort fee.
Yeah.
But for $125 a day, it's all inclusive. All you can drink at the bars and whatnot, and then it comes with 2 meals. They're trying to make it where it's more of a stay at one hotel as opposed to like branch out, right? But Vegas has gotten. I mean, there's certain parts. I like Fremont, dude. I love Fremont. I love Off Strip. I love Laughlin. But going to the Strip, I mean, That part of my life is over, dude. The
You know-
walking,
you know-
just going
yeah.
from MGM to like Caesars is
You
like
didn't- you
3
didn't-
miles, man.
You didn't take the monorail? I remember I did that.
Yeah, I would take the monorail every once in a while.
You know, another
but-
casino moment I had that was pretty fun. I remember gambling in Puerto Rico at one of the hotels there. Oh my God. I remember that was so much fun because there's Vegas and how they treat their clients, and then there's Puerto Rico and all the free stuff they'll get you as long as you're just sitting at that table. You want food? Here you go. You want lasagna with shrimp and everything? Here you go. They took care of you well.
Jeff Chica and I went to Jamaica, and we played at a casino over there. And at the casino, because like it's a poor country, right?
Yeah.
Max bet on the penny slots over there was 8 cents. So we were playing 8 cents each time, and they advertised their big jackpot, right? It was 11 grand. It was 11 grand. You go to Vegas, it's like you could win 20 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand. Like they advertised, dude, we offered 11 grand.
Hey, well, I'm going to show you this, guys, and tell me what you think, because one of our listeners is sharing this in the media share. I like this jersey, because I was jokingly saying that if you're going to go ahead and get the name on the back of a Spurs jersey, make sure it says gone, because that's what's going to be happening a lot. And look at this, number 10. Who wears number 10? So manifest this into it happening for real. Gone.
Jeff, I mean, we're seeing Sohan out there. It's a contract year for him. He seems to be taking this offseason more seriously than off seasons before. Not to say that he didn't work out in the past or anything like that, but he's being more vocal about it, more visual about it on social media. What he's doing,
also showing off his new girlfriend too. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes, the TikToker.
Yeah.
So that being said, what do you expect of Sohan this year? Do you expect this to be a breakout year for him, or do you expect more of the same?
You asked me earlier about the Luke Cornett thing. I think that this is going to help Sohan because once Wemby went out, it was either Sohan at the 5, and I think now he's going to play his natural position, that power forward spot. So I think it's going to do well for him. You see a slight bump in numbers for him, but nothing major. Nothing because he cannot not do it. It's just you got Castle, you got Harper, you got Wemby, you got Fox. I mean, there's only one basketball, but I really think the Cornett addition is going to help Sohan just play at his natural position.
You know, one thing that I was thinking about with Cornett there, Jeff, is that he's probably going to be a fan favorite, but he's not going to get a lot of run. He's not going to get a lot of minutes. I mean,
see, I disagree. I think he's going to get. I'm going to say that like he's going to average 30 a night.
No,
I think he's going to get you about like 20.
Yeah,
I mean, 20 minutes, not 20 points.
We said maybe 12 to 15. I'm thinking maybe 12 to 15 a night.
I think I got it higher.
I don't know, man. I think they're going to use him at the end, quarters, maybe give Wemby a rest, and sit him on the bench and let him go out there for about a couple minutes here and there.
He's your primary backup to Wemby now.
Yeah, but they're still going to play Wemby a lot. It's not like they're gonna let him rest.
Hey, listen, all that time he's been away from the court, man. He better be playing.
Well, Wemby ain't even sent a video out of him working out, as far as doing anything. He's over there playing soccer. He's signing autographs for the kids in Puerto Rico or wherever, Costa Rica, wherever he's at. He's at the Shaolin Temple trying to be an airbender. No, mom, it's Wemby. Go work on your game, bro. Show some video of us. You're working
now he's in Japan now, Joe.
Oh my God, man! What's he gonna be doing over there with the little tiny chopsticks that look like
pretty much? Yes. He's going to 7-Elevens and everything. So,
come on, Wemby, go work on the game, bro. Show us something, man. Show us something to get excited about. I want to get excited and watch Wemby. Meet out. Wemby's working on his game. He's working on his shot. He's doing something. I want to see him getting stronger, like Sohan. With the bungee cord, they're pulling him, and you can play that song from Rocky, Getting Stronger.
No, don't
like he's working out.
Go to the gym early then if you keep on singing that song.
Come on, man. Because you're going to play that today. I know you are. Eye of the Tiger, Getting Stronger from Rocky 4, is out there with the telephone pole,
Hey, real fast. Jimenez, our show's going to drop in about 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was a good show, dude. We had fun with that one.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. So did you bring it up today or no? You haven't brought it up.
The Mamu.
No. Well, I heard you talk about that, but the main point of our show.
No, I didn't get into it.
You did not.
You can,
All right,
you can unveil.
yeah. We're gonna we talk about, and Joe, chime in if you want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about, is it time for the Spurs to dump those Atlanta picks, man? Is it time? Is it time? So we talk about that. We get into Mamu and Jimenez. I know about the whole tribute thing. I wasn't saying like I disagree with you. I'm just saying like the matter of fact is he's just going to get one. He's going to get one. They gave one to, I think they gave one to Lucas Samanic. I'm pretty sure they did.
Look at this. I got an incoming chat here from Hanover Fist. He says, "I'd like to know how Joe trains. Why don't you get in the ring with me and I'll show you? You like to get punched in the face? Because I like throwing fists. That's how I train."
Dang, Joe, look at that. Joe's on fire.
Get in the ring. I'll show you.
What's it called? It's not a punch. It's a slap.
Nah, man. I throw punches, bro. I throw punches. Marbach made. That's what I should put on the back of my shirt. Marbach made.
Hey, Joe, speaking of Los, man, you got time this weekend?
Yeah, I got time for you, brother. And you know what? I'm going to be here.
You got time on Sunday?
Yeah, I got time on Sunday.
Are you going to be busy with your family?
No, I'm going to be busy with them on Friday because I got some plans there, but I should be free like Saturday and Sunday. I was going to reach out to Elias too and tell him if he wanted me to be on Plead the Sith, I'll be available for him on Saturday.
Did you see the Plead the Sith I did where Sith just said, you know what? No Spurs talk, just flat out nerd out, Jeff. Just go for it. Yeah. And I was like, hell yeah. So, I mean, I was sharing them stories from the Comic Cons that I've done. We brought up the 86 fight, Prime versus Megatron. Elias said that he hadn't seen it yet. And then, I was saying, like, you got to see it. I go, look at it from the lens of an MMA fight. I'm saying, from an MMA fight, who did most damage? And I went crazy that one.
Look at Hanover Fist is fight me, weirdo. No, I'm just telling you, that's how I like to train or, work out or burn some calories.
Hanover Fist got nothing on you, Joe.
I'm just saying, dude. That's what I like to do. I like to throw hands, man. I've been like that since I was young. We used to box over there in the backyard. They used to do some mixed martial arts training way back in the day. We used to go and do some, like sparring and stuff. It was fun, dude. I like getting hit and I like hitting. I mean, that's just me.
You know who always invites me to go get hit every time, and not in a bad way, just to go with him. And I'm not kidding you, Jesse James Leha.
Man.
For those of y'all who don't know, Jesse James Leha is a part of my family. His family married into my family. And every time we see him at family functions and everything, he's cordial. And he's like, when are you going to go to my gym? I went there. I go, what do you mean? Like, in what way? And he goes, just put the gloves on. And I'm like, okay. And get wrecked. Come back. The next low is going to be for a week, audio only, because my face is busted up.
Yeah, the thing with working out, especially with boxing, man, it's a lot of cardio, dude.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, my cousins have taken up at his offer and gone to the gym with him, and they come back and they'll text me. They're like, "You will never have a workout like this ever." Yeah, you get wrecked.
Yeah, you will, man, because you're gonna do, like, even if you do the jump rope, Jeff.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like much, but you have to keep it up for a certain amount of time.
Did you do the jump rope, Joe?
I used to do that time, way back in the day, and I mean, it's hard, dude. I'm telling you, they think it's easy. Oh, it's jump rope. You have to keep the rhythm and you have to keep doing that, keep that pace up for a while, because they're saying, okay, your heartbeat, your rate is up. You're in your peak. You have that peak rhythm going. So you're burning calories and you're getting yourself going, and you got to do that. And then they're like, okay, now go run for me, and then you start running. Then you got to get in the ring and you got to throw punches and shit. It's no joke, dude. That's all they do all day. Or finally, to kind of let your body relax and cool down a bit, you're going to get on the bag, and I mean, you're just constantly in motion, moving. Mm-hmm. It's tiring. It's exhausting, dude.
It just sounds tiring already listening to you.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's you talk about getting beat up, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Jimenez, you said that you've been walking more. I could have sworn I heard you tell me that the other day.
Oh man, I was for a good while there, man. Now I've been suffering from tendonitis on my knee.
How do you get tendonitis on your knee? What are you doing?
Oh, dude, I did. It started when I did
Trying
like
to
a
set him up here, Joe. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I did a 7-mile hike
Yeah.
up and down the hills and went to the parks and whatnot. I did 7 miles, and I came back home and my knee got crunchy, man. It's fine today. It's a lot better today, but
Yeah.
it bothered me, man, for a good 4 to 5 weeks, man. It
Damn.
just sucks. And it'll go away where I don't feel anything, have no pain for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then it'll just pop up one day. And so I'm kind of just resting for the most part. But I'm already losing weight again, Joe and Jeff.
Good.
I lost 25 pounds last year. I gained 15 of it back because Chica and I went on so many vacations. You go, all inclusive. You just get drinking, you start drinking and stuff like that. But I stopped eating fried and most processed foods a few weeks ago, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I ever since I started doing that, I lost 10 pounds.
He's been on the cauliflower diet.
No, I'm cooking at home. I'm not doing fast food. I mean, I'm not doing keto or anything like that. I'm just taking out the fried stuff and limiting the desserts.
And look at this. We also got something coming in from the media share. So one of our fans was saying they picked up this shirt over at Kohl's. It's a Spurs themed shirt that says Por Vida. So there you go, Jeff.
Hey, I don't know if you caught this, Joe and Mike, but like whenever you do like a hashtag, like for the Spurs, it's Por Vida on the X, and then the little spur will pop up. So, for example, you type Thunder Up right now, the little OKC logo will pop up. The Spurs might be changing it. That logo doesn't pop up anymore.
They always do that every year, and then they bring it back right before the season starts.
Yeah.
But our fan has also shared some other pictures. He said the first picture that I showed you guys, that was the shirt he picked up at Kohl's, but the next two are going to be from Primark. So I'll show you this. You tell me what you think of it, Jeff.
Let's see.
You tell me if you're a fan. Yay, nay. I'm going to show it on screen now.
All right. Let's see what you got.
And there you go. Look at this one.
I can barely see it. Oh, it says San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
It's fancy.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I can't. But what is it? Just a T-shirt? That's it? Nothing?
Yeah, it's just a T-shirt. And then there's another one here. I'll show you the other design. This one looks kind of puro, dude. I like this one.
Let me see. Yeah, it's all right. That was pretty cool.
Western Conference Spurs.
Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, I think I'm with Mike here. Yeah, something about the color.
It's the coloring of that logo.
Yeah,
that
the coloring. Yeah, it's kind of off.
You want it darker?
What's the
Wait, are these official Spurs shirts?
Yeah,
Probably
NBA.
not.
It says it has a tag on it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the merch that we have for Area 210 podcast, every 210.
Yeah.
What's the big seller, Joe? Well, what's the one that's getting the most traction?
It's probably the Alien right now, just the regular Area 210.
Yeah.
I got to show it on screen.
Chica's excited to get her tank top.
Is it a Jimenez tank top?
It's Marbach tank top.
The Marbach.
The one with your face on it?
Yes.
Yep. That's gonna be a good one.
She's gonna wear it. She's actually gonna wear it out in public.
As long as she's not wearing it to the bedroom, I'll be fine with it. Because I don't want to see.
Oh man, I don't imagine Jimenez, man. Her face looking down on you as she's handling business.
Gotta make it weird. Well, these are the designs that we have out right now. So I designed these that just have the Alien without the Area 210 and black and in white because they're meant to be paired with the hats. So these are the caps that we got going on right now. We got this cap that I designed, the Area 210 Pulse of the Countdown City hat. And we also have it in black and we also have it in white. And some fans have said that they like the white version better because they said it's nice and clean. So I'll show it to y'all. Yeah, there it is. Area 210. You can go ahead and see that.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, so we have those. And then we have the Marbach mic. That one's a favorite. You Don't Know Ball. What's his name gone? San Antonio.
Hey, why can't you chase the alien? You made him a skeleton.
Which alien? Oh, where?
Right there. Go down one. Go down. Right there on the left.
Yeah, this is the one that says You Don't Know Ball. So every shirt has to be different. It's not going to be the same. And then these are the ones that are our biggest sellers right now, especially this one. For some reason, the fans like this particular version of
the alien,
shirt.
Man. It's that little alien guy.
Yeah, you have that one, it's a white one. Then they like this one which is going to be the updated logo for the Alamo City Podcast Network. They've been fans of this design too, so we have
That's
this
a
on
good
hats now, so
That's a good
people
one.
can buy them on the hat if they want to.
How do you make this stuff, Joe? What do you do?
Just make them. Just when I'm busy working, sometimes I'm just designing, so I come up with an idea and then there you go, put it out there. So I have to make these things. I have a digital drawing tab now, so
yeah.
now I can go ahead and design even better stuff. So yeah.
What about baseball caps? You gonna do that, or you have some of those already?
We have the golf caps right now.
Uh-huh.
People are asking about dad caps, stuff like that, trucker caps. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna be coming.
I'm a fan of the dad caps. I can't do trucker caps or those like official baseball caps. They're too Elmer Fuddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these are golf caps, the ones that we have, so those have a different fit.
Nice.
So those would be nice, they're nice. I know Mike will probably wind up getting some. I do got your shirt here, Mike, for when you finally come back in the studio.
I'm gonna get a couple. I know Chica's already bought her couple. I need to get one of the hats.
Yeah.
I know it says Area 210. Maybe for like a future shirt, if we add the word podcast to it, just to kind of
well, here's the thing. It says Area 210
on the patch.
On the patch on the left side of the sleeve, that's where it says Alamo City Podcast Network. So it shows you who we're part of.
I see. Okay, then we're good. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, so every shirt has a patch on the left side, except for the Alamo City Podcast Network one.
July 26th, asking the question, what about calzones?
No. Yeah. Y'all really want Mike's face on your chones?
No, don't do
now,
that.
the big question for that one would be, Joe, if you had to have calzones with my face on it, would the face be in the front or would it be in the back?
No, it would definitely be on the back, bro.
Don't
be cochino. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Can you imagine you?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that is disgusting. Can you imagine you wearing that, Jeff? I mean,
no, I don't want to imagine myself wearing that
with Mike's face on the nalgas. No, bro.
No way, man. I was getting some of the comments here. I see Hanover Fist. Does JG like the female Silver Surfer? I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah,
they have I guess a clip of the actual movie with
her.
just
the look of her. Oh
yeah, the look of it.
No, I mean I hate to say it, man. The early 2000s Silver Surfer was spot on. That's gonna be tough to beat, man. Well, you remember that one, Joe?
I remember that one.
It was voiced by Morpheus. What's that dude's name? Say, help me out here, Joe. What's that guy? Morpheus.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, voiced by Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, it's not even close.
Remember that was the version of the Fantastic Four that had Chris Evans as the was it the Human Torch?
Johnny Torch. Yeah. Johnny Flame, whatever his name
Johnny
is.
Flame. Yeah. So yeah, that was back in the day, man. But I don't know. I've been seeing some of these movies that have come out in the summer, and they're like, ho hum.
Hey, but Joe, I mean that when it's not just Fantastic Four coming out that same day or weekend. It's 4 Superman and Jurassic Park. Holy crap!
Have you seen it?
All 3 are coming out at the same time.
The Jurassic Parks,
Jurassic Park, Superman, and then Fantastic Four.
Superman, the only good ones were 1 and 2. After that, they were ass. I don't watch the other ones.
No, the GOAT is Man of Steel, man. That one, I think that one's still the best.
That one was I'm talking about the OG version.
Oh, the OG version?
Yeah, only 1 and 2 were good. After that, they were horrible, man.
Yeah. And comes out today, right?
Does it come out today, Jimenez?
I don't think
One
so.
of them comes out. Either
Jurassic Park is premiering today, and some of my buddies already saw it.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Jurassic Park comes out.
So then it's 4 and Superman going head to head, right?
Yeah, well, Superman's not coming out, I think, until another week or so. And then you have what is it? The Fantastic Four. They're going to be coming out at the end of July here. That one, I'm going to go check it out. I think that one's going to be pretty good. But there was a trailer that was released yesterday with the movie that's going to be coming out with Ryan Gosling. It's from a podcast, which was a book that they made a podcast out of that you can listen to. Not a podcast, but an audiobook, should I say.
Yeah.
It's called Hail Mary. That looks very interesting, Jeff. The trailer just released yesterday. And speaking of interesting, I'm working on some things for you guys here. So I'm trying to ink a deal with one of my buddies here that has a, let's say, pop culture kind of podcast that they do. My buddies over here at the Countdown City Geeks. I helped them with their show as well. I was part of that for a while before I did this. And we're in talks right now. So we're going to try to bring some of their show or their live stream over to our platform so we can have some entertainment news.
Nice. But don't you and Jimenez do entertainment news?
We do pop culture and entertainment news, but we don't go in depth about it, you know?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to be able to do a live stream to have, geek talk, and we can maybe have Jeff on and some of the other fellas on here make an appearance so we can.
Jimenez will be lost if he goes on that show.
Bro, he's gonna hate everything, Jeff. He doesn't like anything.
He's gonna hate it all when they debut.
I'm gonna watch the new Superman movie when that comes out.
I'm gonna ask him, put you on the spot. Yeah. What is the name of Superman's dog?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
He has a dog?
Yes, in this new movie, he has a dog. What do you mean he has a dog? They've been showing the dog all over the place.
I know Deadpool has a dog.
Oh, Mike.
Can I just go enjoy the movie? I think we're going to go watch Megan 2 as well.
Man. You sure you want to do that?
Well, Megan 1 was funny.
Yeah, but it wasn't scary.
It's not meant to be. It's like a horror comedy. It's funny.
Yeah. It's kind of like Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh man, did I ever tell you my Child's Play panel story?
No.
So I do big horror. Big Texas horror con. There we go. And one of the panels was the original Child's Play actors. So you have Andy, the little boy, all grown up now, and then in Child's Play 2, I think it was the babysitter. I think it was the one with the short hair, kind of a jet blonde, white blonde hair. She was in 90210 after she was done with that. So she was the babysitter of Andy. So we're having a good time. We're talking about Child's Play. They're telling us stories. She was saying like how often they would always laugh on the set because she had to fake that she's afraid of a backpack because Chucky half the time when he's like on the back of her, it's a backpack and she has to move around and all this stuff. So we're talking about the Child's Play universe, right? Everything from the TV series to the movies. So I bring up about the remake they did with Child's Play, voiced by Mark Hamill. My thought was they're going to be like, yeah, we liked what Mark Hamill did. He's an icon from his voice acting, to Star Wars, whatnot. They went quiet. They gave me like the look of death. I was like, what? I was like looking around the audience. What did I do? What did I say? It's valid. It's a movie, Child's Play movie. Apparently, the original cast and actors and director, producers, all the people involved didn't appreciate that they didn't bring anybody from the original Child's Play world into that movie, and they didn't even bring in like the voice actor of Chucky before he passed away to voice Chucky again. So it's kind of like drama behind the scenes with that franchise.
Yeah, I didn't mind Chucky. I thought the Child's Play was pretty good.
The TV series is actually not that bad either.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. I've seen as well. I saw a couple episodes and I was like, it's pretty good. I got to go revisit that. I got so busy I couldn't finish watching. But I'm going to show this as we end the show here, Mike, because one of our listeners had pointed this out. You want to show the video of Caitlin Clark celebrating here.
There's going to be a good one here. Hey,
celebrating.
Who's
her teammate. They went live after they won their commissioner's championship. She's twerking for the camera. And there's your girl.
The ninth best guard in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark.
There you go. But they're acting like they won the championship, man. It's just the Commissioner's Cup.
Last I checked, they're a 500 team.
Well, they're acting like they won the finals, Mike.
They're a 500 team.
Man, why does everybody wear goggles now?
They're popping champagne bottles, man.
Man, remember back in the day, man, the celebrations didn't have goggles in them.
Yeah, and they have an 8-8 record.
Look at that.
They have an 8-8 record.
Hey, Jimenez. So what's your axe with Caitlin Clark?
She's just
you don't like her now.
It's overrated. She doesn't. She likes to dish it out, but won't accept it back. People protect her too much. She has no handles. She's a turnover machine. She can't shoot.
Dang.
It's just so funny, dude. When you think of Caitlin Clark, you think, oh man, she's like Steph Curry, right? No, Sabrina Ionescu is Steph Curry. Kelsey Plum is better than Caitlin Clark. It's just so funny. The hype doesn't match the talent, is what it is. She's Russell Westbrook. She's Allen Iverson.
Man.
She's not Michael Jordan.
Hey, real quick, I was going to show you guys this. Jeff, I don't know if you saw this because I think you posted something in regards to it. But I saw this when I was kind of scouring what we're going to talk about. Look at the red panda, man. She was out here doing her thing before the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. And this lady, she fell, man.
Yeah, she ate it, man. Look at that.
Look at that, dude.
Well, first of all, I mean,
boom.
I mean, to do that on a street is bad enough, but on a basketball court with sweat all over the place.
I think she broke her arm, man. Because look, they show video of her, and she's trying to get up off the floor, off the court, should I say? And they're helping her out, and she's walking. She's in pain, dude.
What is she like?
What does she expect? What does she expect to happen?
70?
What did she think was going to happen?
Mike, don't start hating on Red Panda now. Don't make me.
Poor lady, man. That's all I'm saying.
She's out there.
She's out there entertaining, man, and she had an accident. You know.
By the way, JHNSB says Mike has a hate boner for Caitlin Clark. I had never heard of the phrase hate boner.
You're throbbing. Your hate is throbbing.
No, don't say that.
You know what it is. You know what it is. What we're gonna have is this conversation 2 or 3 years from now. It's gonna be all over ESPN. It's gonna be all over FS1. They're gonna be like, "Is it possible that Caitlin Clark is overrated?" And it's gonna be like suddenly they're gonna come to that realization 2 or 3 years later. I spotted that a long time ago, and she led the WNBA all time in turnovers in one season, and she obliterated that record by the All-Star break. She's the lead leader of this right. She has missed, Jeff, half the games this season, right?
Yeah.
She still leads the league in turnovers by numbers.
Ain't no way.
She does. She cannot dribble. Her passes suck. She shoots 29% from three, 33% for her career. And out of all the 3-point shooters in the WNBA, that shoot 4.5 or more per game, she's ranked 14 out of 17. She's overrated. She's overhyped.
I see Joe laughing there.
People are going to come to that realization soon enough, and it's not because of injury. She shot that way last year. It's not because of injury that she has a lot of turnovers. She did that last year. She's Russell Westbrook.
Has Mike become
not Michael Jordan?
Has Mike become the emperor, Jeff? He's let the hate flow through you, Mike. Tell me how you really feel. You know?
I'm more like Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator. Just the taste, the licking of my lips.
This had me laughing, dude. Jesse A says, to be honest, I thought Red Panda was a rapper.
Red Panda.
And look at this.
And then I'm going to leave it. Yeah, like Red Panda fell and broke her arm. Good. And Sam, I'm going to let you know this. You know me so well.
Oh.
I almost said that, but I didn't want to have that bad juju, that bad karma with me today. Hey, fellas, I'm going to let you guys end the show. I have to bounce for a meeting.
Yeah.
But,
hey, Jimenez, before you go, well, no, you'll probably get wrapped up into this, but there's like an important soccer game today, right? Like Team USA.
Yeah, Mexico.
Right? Is that what's going on? Okay. Oh, there goes Jimenez. All right, bye, Jimenez.
The last.
And on that note, bye, Jimenez.
Bye, Mike.
It's like
Mike.
The movie Superbad, the line. Dude, it's just soccer. It's just soccer.
Where's your USA
bye,
pride?
Mike. He's too ethnic. It's too ethnic for him.
So what's going on? Is this not a World Cup thing, right?
Yeah, it's USA versus Mexico.
No, I know, but it's not the stage. Is not a World Cup thing, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I think they're vying for the cup, man. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that. I just know I turned on the TV this morning and it's all I saw, like on the sports network, like, oh, USA Today, go watch it. I was like, what am I missing here?
Yeah, and so it's a World Cup quarterfinal. It's the qualifier round. So basically, that's going to be coming out, I believe. Here is what they're talking about.
Yeah, it starts today at 5.
Yeah,
and they're taking Mexico.
Yeah, that's what they're saying here in the chat.
Dang.
And they're saying that the soccer is too ethnic for Mike. What's good players is what they're saying. Bobby February, what's up, man? He said it's the Gold Cup, so that's what they're playing for.
I know, but Joe, like, does it like it's not like a
Oh, okay.
like
They said they're not playing.
they're not
USA
playing. Okay.
and Mexico's and Canada's are qualified for the World Cup. Okay. So who's playing today?
So then what's the point of this tournament then?
I don't know.
Yeah,
somebody's watching.
I just see it like right now on the sports night where they're just ramming it down the faces of everybody with a commercial after commercial after commercial. I'm like, what's going on?
It's big business, man. Everybody likes to watch soccer. MLS All-Star Game festivities in Austin this week is what they're saying. You gonna go, Jeff? Nah, you don't get up for the soccer, man?
Not that I don't get up for the soccer, just I'm not gonna go to Austin for that.
Yeah. Hey, if
I'll go to concerts or go something to eat out there.
What are you gonna go do this weekend for 4th of July? We're gonna go ahead and end the show.
I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to go to Lockhart.
Okay.
And then I was looking it up. Apparently, Seguin is having a lot of good festivities, so there's that too.
All right, we're gonna go to maybe take in an old school 4th of July holiday weekend.
Maybe, yeah. We at the gym. This was gonna be likely.
Oh,
yeah, it'll end up being that.
You're gonna be sweating out the hot dog.
Oh, gross! Why'd you say it like that, dude?
Well, because that's what everybody eats on 4th of July, right? You eat hamburgers and hot dogs. So if you're gonna be out there at the gym, you're gonna be sweating the calories out.
Out, man. All right, Joe. Let me let you go, buddy, because I got to get ready. My Los got delayed, so we're gonna start up soon already.
No, we're gonna go ahead and end the show on that note, Jeff. But thank you so much for giving us your time, and we'll see you boys tomorrow. We're out. Peace.